Hello, 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 hello. Bitch, get mad. Talk that motherfucking talk, but get mad at yourself. I'm Dee Carter, your life coach, and today our topic is when giving to the wrong person.
You keep, girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. I got room for the skeletons in your closet. I can't take no more. You can't lay your bones on the one side of my pillow. Got room.
When we sacrifice, somebody has to give up something. When we compromise, then that's coming together. Having an honest dispute, but willing to negotiate, to come to some type of agreement where each of you take concessions, take back, reduce your needs, your wants, your desires, but it's in a compromise. I always tell people that the word sacrifice should never be in a relationship. A relationship is between two people, mutually beneficial. When you sacrifice, there's nothing mutually beneficial about that. Because somebody loses something. He wants to go to Mondays because Tuesdays, I need to go to Wednesday. So, in order for me to go to Wednesday, I have to give up my Monday. But why should I have to give up my Monday? That's a sacrifice for him. For anybody. Relationships should be mutually beneficial. Now, mutually means all who are included in this agreement of whatever you guys were going, what decided or whatever. But understand that's compromising. So, if you find yourself sacrificing in a relationship and you're not compromising, obviously you're losing. You take from yourself to sacrifice or satisfy the needs, the desires, the whatever of somebody else. Which brings me to giving, givers and takers. First, I'm 47, so I come from a time where when I was raised up, the people that I seen in front of me that represented, that were my heroes or people that I looked up to, they lived by a certain standard. And that standard was do for yourself, take care of yourself. That means we found jobs. We worked for whatever we wanted. We didn't take advantage of someone's emotional state to gain monetary benefits, living arrangements, emotional comforting.
Would you like to know the secret to healing a broken heart? Good fashion. We here at Carter Burrito believe that good fashion can bring a smile to anyone's face. Order today or call us at 1-888-CARTER-9.
Now, being in a relationship and you are a giver, you have to be very careful of who you decide to share, to give. Because people will use that as your weakness. See, I'm a Capricorn. So by my natural traits, I'm a giver regardless. I give just because it makes me feel good to do for someone else who might need. And I hope one day, if I'm in need, that they might return the same. Now, that's not having an agenda. That's not expecting. That's not giving something with, what it is that, it's comforting to know that the type of energy that I'm giving off, I'm receiving back. So I want to surround myself with the type of company, friends, that think the way I think. That we share together. We work together. Independently, but together. So if I scratch your back, one day you might have, and that's what we do when you're friends. Balanced. Compromising. You ever be in a relationship with someone and they always have a constant need? I'm not saying every relationship is the same. I'm just saying, we're talking about one type. When you meet them, they represent this independent, self-sufficient, go-getter, love to work, love to, and then you realize that, can I get $20? Can I get $200? Can I get $500? When are you going to go to work? When are you going to participate in taking care of the responsibilities of keeping our space mutually beneficial for the both of us? Now, people will act like, no, I don't want it. That's there. Girl, bitch, bye. You know you want this. That's the attitude but she know. Use it all her face. You want it, girl. Take. And you're giving it from your heart anyway. But now she wants to put dirt on it, like she too good for it. But she knows she want it, and she plans on getting it. So, why all the story? Why the big, finale? Oh, that's the end of the show, right. But that's what it was, the end. But you end up giving it to them. They say thank you. But they're never grateful. You go out and buy them something, you do something for them, they're never grateful. Oh, you only doing this because you have an agenda. You only doing this because you want something from me. How can you get something from someone who has nothing to give? That I would want outside what I already have? Come on. You can't give me nothing that I already have. So at this point, what are you giving me? What? A cute smile? I can get that on Jet Magazine. What? That's the point. And the smile wasn't gonna let you. Honey, But the point that I'm making here is that people will drain you dry. And they will act like you offered it all the time. You threw it at them. You bought them, trying to buy them. You gave them, that's what you did. You gave them your money. You bought them gifts. But what you did was you tried to make them comfortable. Some are not used to having, so you want them to feel like they can have. Some just looking for a come up. Sometimes you gotta let them think they got their come up. So you can let them come up out of this and be going. But sometimes you just don't know. Because these people will play in your face. They will give a little bit, just enough. Oh, in the beginning, they will be going above and beyond. That's the entrapment. People who use you already know what they're getting into before you even have your first, most of the time. They're already pinning you out here and there, and now they're in your face, and now you know them, and now you're spending more money than you used to again. It's a cycle. Just because you love someone, and I struggle with this all the time, so I should be the last one calling the pot black. But we have to be careful how we give away our funds, how we provide, whatever we provide for the people that we may care about. While they're tagging you with words like needy, and what's some other words they like to say? Somebody's all on top of you all the time. Yeah, but the bottom line, what I'm trying to say here is this. While you're trying to make them feel better about themselves, while you're trying to teach them or show them their value, show them that they can have anything that they want, while you're trying to teach them how to be comfortable with you, show them who you are as a person, they're already plotting in their head. They got you figured because you already paying for their taxi home, and you don't even know it. And they rather take a taxi, because at least they can keep the change, since you like to be an overspender. People will tell you when you bring them a gift, I didn't ask for that. So if you did it on your own. I didn't ask you if you fucking asked me for that. I said, here you go, baby. And what you should have said is, thank you for thinking about me. Thank you for this gift. But instead, their words are, let me be clear, I ain't asked for this. Neither did I. When did I ask for a needy ass motherfucker that every time I turned around, he want, need, what? My money again? Well, what you need is a job. A J to a O to a B. You can spell everything else. You can make it and spend time and invest everywhere else but a job. Then you shouldn't be giving to them. You should let them want to invest in you. When you have somebody in your life and they won't even, or they make an issue out of doing something that you ask them to do, regardless. They don't like you. See, people will not do for people they don't like. Now, I'm not saying they won't play in your face and pretend like they like you. And normally, those are the ones you care about the most.
When you're gonna see me, don't you know you need me? Cause I know where your demons hide. You can lay your bones on the one side of my pillow. I got room for the skeletons in your closet. You can lay your bones on.
Let me, I give stupidly. But because of that nature, I have indirectly or directly helped a lot of people in many ways. Not just on my financial aspects, but intellectually, social, emotionally. I've had, I'm always advising people something is positive. People, if you are the smartest people in your crew and you have no potentials down there, you need to leave. Because those down there are not potentials to get to where you're at. They are potentially comfortable in their current situation going forward. So, you go out and you take your money and you give it to someone because they asked. And they act like they're doing you a favor. Then they try to make you feel bad for even wanting to do for them. Because maybe they want to, imply that you are needy, that you are buying. Buying what exactly are we buying? A spoiled kid, insecure, that don't want to grow up, that wants mommy or everybody else to take care of them? No. Why would I want to buy that? Why would anybody want to buy that? You have nerve, people. See, instead of you looking at your situation as a positive step in your life and trying to find the reason, the purpose that you were brought into this life, this situation, this circumstance, and benefit according to that. Not according to, your survival. Not according to, making sure that you are always okay. See, those people that you make sure is okay, they will promise you that they will be there, always be there, and they will show you that they are but they will never do the same that you do. Their excuse is they have the right to change their mind. Their excuse is, I don't have to do that if I don't want to do that. I was busy. That's another excuse. Busy doing what, huh? Chopping up with some girl with this, what? At KFC? Oh. Right. So, understand. They play these mind games. And you're paying, that's what you're paying. You're paying top dollar for a motherfucker to play in your face and spend your money accordingly. Now, you didn't buy shit. And the bullshit you picked up, that cost you a penny. Trust me, been there, done that over and over and over again. You pick somebody up, and you give a person an opportunity. You give them a different way of life. You try to show them how precious they are. You try to push them to go to school, to do better, to want to do better, to be better, to grow up and accept responsibility for themselves. Stop blaming the past or past this and that on what you're doing today. Yes, we have things that flag all of us. We all have a story. I have a lot of stories. But I can't use those stories to justify my mood today, to justify why I'm treating you the way I'm treating you. You treat people the way you want them to treat you. But when you start giving to someone to a point where they got you tagged, they will stop respecting you. And they will expect you to cough up whenever, if ever. And the less they will invest, they wouldn't invest much anyway. And the little that they will do, they will magnify it bigger than World War II. They took your garbage out. They would turn that into a mission for you. Just to drown out the good in you. See, they won't appreciate, they will dictate. They won't extend that same love and care and understanding because they don't value you. They don't care what you say, what you think of them. Because at this point, you've already made yourself look so low, so desperate. They don't have any respect for you. So what you say don't matter to them. You are now a trick in their eyes. But you probably are the best thing for them. People have to see what they need to see for themselves. We have to stop negotiating with ourselves to decide whether or not we should wait or hold on or do this or do that. We should know. As much as I like to make sure that whoever I'm with is okay, see, I'm a man first, whether I'm gay or straight, I'm a man. And as a man, I'm going to make sure that mine is always taken care of because that's how I was raised, period. How were you raised? Huh? I think the most disrespectful thing for somebody to call you up, hey, what's up? You're going to meet them and you want to come all the way down my house. Now I got to give you a ride home, a ticket home, and you want a fucking cigarette too? You couldn't bring your own cigarettes? But you thought we were fucking. I don't think so, boo. Because the man in my ears, in my mind, I would think he would have a pack of cigarettes. You asking me for cigarettes. And you want to ride home. No, I don't do that. I'm not a limousine service, honey. I am not Uber Eats and I'm not Uber. So I can't bring you cigarettes and I can't get you home. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to say, you got to go. Mischief's on his way. I don't know. Anything you got to come up with. Because these people will come in your life and they will at first embrace what you're doing, build you up, put it out there, run around, be happy that, somebody care enough to do whatever they do for you. And then, this is the funny part. After you do it, they don't care anymore. They'll do whatever they're going to do. They're going to disrespect whatever they're going to disrespect. They're going to fuck whatever they're going to fuck, and they don't give a fuck about what you say about it, whether they use your money or not. They would take your money and pay for hotels and buy food and movies for someone else. Them shoes you bought him, he will be out dancing with someone else. Those cute underwear you bought him, yes, he won't be modeling for you, baby. He'll be next door at Papa's house and he'll be modeling for them. And that's the harsh reality. We build people up, put them in a position to be better, and they will never give you the homage for that. They will never honor you. They will always treat you like what they think you are. Right, needy, clingy. That's the word, clingy. The fuck is clingy? Clingy is a nigga saying, I don't want to have a relationship with you. That's what the word clingy means. Because that same person will be, down the street tomorrow, clingy to somebody else after he just labeled you clingy. People want to be clingy with who they want to be clingy with. I get that. But you don't get to pull someone in, play with their emotions, trick them up, knowing the consequences behind it. Then you want to act like they're fools and they're crazy. How is that fair? These people bought you, you guys met. And through your conversation, they found that you had a hard time. That life wasn't the best for you. So they found the need to show you that you are special. And those things you think went amiss, that you can have them by showing you, by giving you, by allowing you to consume all of that new experience in hope that now you will look and rise above and see more and experience more. Of course, you know it all anyway, so that's the likelihood it's not going to be there. The bitch can, let her dream, because that's all she's doing. They will deflect everything that they are onto you, remember, too. Now, most of the time, people who are using you, they're insecure men. I don't know about necessarily, they can be narcissists, they can be psychopaths, they can be a lot of things. And they probably are. But they manage to crack you though. So now you have to, you don't want to make too much of yours because then you look stupid. You gave up what? You get, I won't even give you all his hand numbers. But at the end of the day, look, they're not you. They don't spend the money correctly anyway. Where to go at? They have a blast, they do all of this. They live. Or what they think is living anyway. When does living include taking advantage of someone's kindness and then pretending like it doesn't exist so you don't feel guilty? When does being loyal means maybe? When the friendship mean I'll see you next Sunday, Pastor? When did understanding become, I don't remember that. You ain't said it to me. Oh, I forgot. You forgot what? You ain't doing nothing all day. You don't have no job. You ain't using your brain to educate yourself. So you forgot 2 words? Huh. You forgot. You forgot what? My appointment? 2 words. But you remembered at midnight you had to meet somebody for your car sessions. Or wait till their boyfriend left the house. Or whatever the case was. Wait till it's dark outside. I don't have tints on my window. That's what some people say. That's what you do. While draining the one person that has your back. By forcing them to forego any compromise and sacrifice from themselves. Because you need to go out and have fun. And you need the fun or whatever you need to do it. It all sounds good when we say, yeah, you know, I got you. I would do the same for you. It sounds good. It's like saying, good morning. Hey, bright day. That's what it's like saying to y'all anyway. Because when you don't hold true to it, that's what, hey, good morning. You know what I mean? You can say it because that's what everybody else says. And, or maybe you felt awkward when they walked by you. So it was the best way to say, hey, morning. Right, let both of y'all feel awkward. But we know it's not that. I don't understand how people can, they can drain the energy from something that is good by infecting it with their own thoughts, with their own interpretation and descriptive behavior belonging only to them that they reflect upon the only good. How do you take your negative, your behavior, your energy, and you deflect it to block all that good just to serve your agenda? And then make them think it's their issue, their problem. You can't be that smart if you really believe that they think that. See, I'm the kind of person, I make you think. What, okay. And I may know what you're doing, but I try to give you the benefit of the doubt. What are we doing, people? We are giving everything for someone who's building everything in his head or with somebody else. They would take everything so they can go and feel good about themselves to flaunt in front of somebody who probably couldn't care less about what they're wearing or what they got. So you allow somebody else to spend their money, build their energy to make you look better, feel better, think better, love better, heal better. And you know what you do? You step on them. You blame them. You deflect on them. And you lie on them. You check them. You judge them. But you don't want to be judged. No. And please, don't ever talk about you gave me this. Right? You want them to believe that you are this, you're that guy and you make things happen. Not that your strength is in the other room that you are showboating against to make yourself feel better after you get left about the room, shaming them after you got what you wanted. Do you think, wait, let me call him, make sure he's all right? No, you're not going to call them and let them know you okay, because you're grown. In fact, I'm staying out. Shit, you got $500? Right. And managed to come home with no cigarettes. Oh, and the $500 is gone. How do you spend $500 in one night? Doing what? Feeling like who? Lucy? So you want to go out here and give it so you can feel like the big man? Because there's a cute boy there and you've been trying to get him anyway? So you will destroy the very thing that made you better, that gave you a little bit of foundation, and you will find reason to think or to inform other people as if these people did you so wrong. We go out here and we buy these guys cars. We bail these people out of jail. We find jobs and resources for these people. We supply them with clothing and with opportunities. People, we change a lot of these guys' lives. And instead of them using that time to appreciate you, they use that time to break you down while taking. And that's when you are giving to the wrong person. Now you're giving yourself away. You're allowing them to do whatever they want to you because we love them. Love hurts, especially when you can watch it. Watch them love someone else. And you know they never tried with you. They will take a downgrade just to get away from you. Because to look at you is a reminder of what I needed you is what they get. That's what they get flipped back. So they don't want any reminder around them to remind them that they need to get their lives together. They need to get on their foot, get a job, do for themselves, become responsible. They don't want that reminder. No. But they'll hate on you. They'll call you any and everything. And they might really think those things of you. And all along, you're sacrificing, not compromising, yourself for someone else. So they may look like they are there. Oh, they'll be out front. So they'll say, oh, I came to your event, but really they've been on their cell phone the whole time in their car. How is that coming to my event? You're not here. You're not in the present. You're on your phone. You're in your pocket. You were somewhere else. So whether or not you physically came here doesn't mean anything if your brain don't show up. Why would you leave it back there anyway? I didn't even know you had one. That's the truth. Because you had to been foolish to think that you thought that I see all of that. And you know what? And you should see it. All y'all. People, I've learned that I thought maybe, how these guys who you give and you take care of and you cater to and you love, how do they get us to a point where we start sacrificing ourselves? Because then that's when they're up their game. That's when they will come back with the love bombing. They will, start gaslighting. They would come up with anything that they can excite your mind just a little bit. And they're only going to do as much as they need and not an inch over. Just to get you high enough on those emotions you feel for him. They don't give a fuck about you and your feelings. You might be their every friend. Jump when they ask to jump. Take a bullet for them. And they will never have your back. That night when you call them and you need them, their phone will go to voicemail. Been there, done that. Trust me, I know. But don't let your phone go to voicemail when they need you. You are every bitch and motherfucker in the book. Ugly too, if they can add that in. They'll tell you, you lucky to have me. Lucky? What? That's what y'all convince you. Are you lucky? Lucky for what? How am I lucky if I'm broke? How am I lucky, honey, if I ain't gaining anything? What's so lucky about this? That, what? Oh, you're leaving me for another man? And that person will do nothing and compare. And they will get everything from you. Oh, of course, karma meets you. People need to remember that, karma will trust me. You don't get something good and decide to break it and expect not to have some type of reaction. Oh, you're going to get the reaction? Karma works quicker than you think. And we can cry. Crying is not going to bring your need for them back. Your crying is not going to magically fill your pockets back up with the loss of money and gifts and everything you bought for them that they will use to share equally with someone else. And they will look at you like you are nothing. They forgot how good you were to them. Or maybe they convinced themselves the good you was doing was so bad. They will call you toxic. They will call you crazy. They will say you have a bad soul. When in reality, they hate themselves. They love everything but the very innocence that had their back 100%. Why do people find it easy to take advantage of people. What need do you get out of that? Take advantage, maybe not of people always, but sometimes opportunities. And you always see the bad inside of them. You have opportunities to let these people go. And selfishly, you keep them around. And now not only are they embedded in that time and feeling hurt and sad, now you gone, ghost. And they are reliving that same sadness all over again. In another dimension, another feeling, another type of loss. And the only highlight of their hours and their days are moments that they get the opportunity to see them loving on someone else. That breaks hearts. So you have given all your ribs and given all of your flesh only for them to go inside. That sacrifice you gave, for them to pull your heart out and shatter it. And they don't even see. And if they do see, they don't care. Because it's not them. They don't value you. They won't be there on time. They'll be there when they get there. They will take from you. And you'll be the one that have their back every time they show up. And they'll keep on promising, oh, I'm going to be there for you. Keep it on giving. And I promise you, they'll never be there for you the way you want them to. They'll be there for everybody else. And to everybody else, you are something else that he said to them. And trust me, they ain't good. And you might be at the house frying chicken, making some rice and some broccoli with cheese. But he has already tagged you with being a fraud, with being fake, toxic, to another category of people. Now he got that support system. Now he really feel confident. Yeah. They will laugh in your face. Because they know they happy right now, so they think anyway. Leaving you where you are. Frustrated because you know you did nothing. Whatever effort you might have provided has been turned into an agenda for them. All the while, you're giving them. What you're doing is you're paying them to go love on somebody else. And they don't take care of them. Not you. They will run to them. Not you. I don't care how much money you gave up. I don't care how many Gucci belts you bought. I don't care how much you bring to the table. They will never give you any value. Because that means that they must look at themselves. And what they see, they don't like. So it's better to view you in the reflection of what they are. You're a cheater. No, they're a cheater. You're broke. No, you broke. You're toxic. Oh, you're toxic. And you know what else? You're out of here. That's what you got to say sometimes. Be out. See, it's hard for me. It's been hard for me because when I love hard. And I give people the benefit of that because I only break up once. And when I break up, I don't ever go back. So it's very hard for me to let go. And even when I let go, it's even more increasingly hard for me to even form another relationship because at that point, I don't even trust anybody. I can barely trust my own conscience, my thoughts, my confidence, making mistakes like this. Oh no, not the intelligent. Yes, me. Yeah. I am only human. But we have to build ourselves up. Now, when I give a gift, that's the way I show love. A form of allowing you to know that I'm paying attention to you, your needs, your wants, your desires. And if I'm in that position, then I like to extend that because that you're the person I love, whether it's my last or not. I love you enough to want to see a smile on your face. See you get something that you might have wanted, whether you asked for it or not. When people, you ever give somebody something and the first thing they want is to make sure that whatever you give it them, they have the full control over it, the power, they want to make sure it's in their name, whatever. Those people have agendas. A person who wants to secure everything that someone gives them that wasn't theirs, that they wouldn't have had because of them, they will want full access and control so that they can cease or they can control that at command. Getting something is not just, no, that's not, I need to make sure it's mine. Because they already have an agenda down the line, what they're going to do, how they're going to treat you, how it's going to be. Even though you smiled and then already put all this, smoke up your ass, what you think you're going to get. And they're already dropping words here and dropping words there, thinking you don't hear them. But you might be ignoring those words for the sake that I really fucking love this motherfucker. All the while, you're drained. They can have thousands of dollars, but because they think you have more, they would use that as they don't have to spend no money. You make more money than I make. But they will not spend any of their money on you. They would take your money and spin it around and convince you that it was theirs and they did it. All of them just hating you. How can you hate somebody that did nothing but love you? Even while you disrespected them, they still loved you. That, people, is someone you don't give to. Because they will take what you have to give themselves to create this image that they portray to others, that the reality without you, they can't live up to. They have no desire to move forward because they don't want to put the time and the energy in it. They're not patient enough. They want everything rushed right now. Because right now, there are situations about to happen and they need to feel tall right now in this moment. So they live in the moment. Tomorrow is already gone to them. So while they're already living in tomorrow, I need us to take back. Stop giving so much. Gain a better control over our emotions. You don't need to explain yourself when you know you were good. Don't feel bad. You didn't lose anything. What you gave, you wanted them to have. This world lacks a lot of good. So I don't understand what type of person is okay with hurting someone that's good to them. Always making them feel bad when they're in your presence. Making them feel beneath you. You judge everything about them. And the same things you may also indulge or you may whatever is irrelevant. Because you're still going to put yourself above somebody. How do you tear down everything that is something that has built you up? These people will never respect you. Everything that they denied you, they will show you everything you didn't get to somebody else and flaunt it. That's another way of kicking someone in their back. We have to be better for each other. We have to be accountable for one another's actions. We need to be accountable for our actions. We need to watch what we do because us givers, pay attention. Some of y'all use giving as a means to control people. And y'all also need to be addressed. You should never use what you can give to dictate the outcome of something. That is having an agenda with a purpose. And that takes a lot of sacrifice to hurt somebody intentionally. You become just like them. They see you, they know you hurt, they don't give a fuck. They smile and they laugh because they enjoy their moment, their joy, their partners, their whatever they got going on. And you, regardless whether or not you have no value to them other than what can you do for me? Do you spend time together? Do they take you out to the movies? Out to lunch? They out to lunch with everybody else? Do they take you downtown to the bars, to the clubs? Well, ow. So basically, you are a secret. Well, you are an open secret. You're open enough that people know you exist, but they don't know who you are or what you are. Because no one has put any significance on you. You know why? You are a bargain ticket eventually. Sometimes you have to let a man be a man. And let a man take some responsibility for himself and find his own solution instead of always answering their solutions. What we think works doesn't work. It doesn't work for everybody anyway. That one you might, and maybe, it was destined for that to happen to you, regardless. But you have to protect yourself. We don't know people maybe sometime a year down the line, 2 years down the line. We know of them. We know parts of them. We know what they've offered us. People are different people with different people. People will be somebody else's man and be just a title for you. How you the gut feel to find out you were only a title? A title. Right. 5 letters. A couple. Title. But the very things that would mend, that would grow, that will give strength to and allow your relationship to evolve, they didn't give you. They don't give you the intimacy. And intimacy is way beyond any physical. Intimacy is the way you communicate, the way you listen to one another. Intimacy is being able to understand, open to vulnerabilities, and allowing each of us to be who they are, comfortable. So to experience those vulnerabilities. Intimacy is the connection of one's soul and mind that intensifies those emotions. I mean, I'm in the back of their thoughts, and they're right there at my lips saying the words that I used to say, I'm ready to say. Intimacy is understanding your partner, it's getting to know you. It's friendship. It's a bond. It's a special experience between individuals who share the like mind. Intimacy is personal and private. That exclusive friendship, connection that you guys share, if you got there, is intimacy. But they will never give you intimacy. While you home being the good saint and faithful, they're fucking Fridays and Tuesdays. All week long. Right. And utilize some of the things to make them comfortable, to give them access to those things that they know would hurt you. These people now are calculating now. Now they don't give a fuck. Now you got to decide, this ain't, no. Stop giving to the wrong people. Spend it on yourself. Buy yourself lunch. Because that's what they're doing with their money. Give them the energy that they give you. If they give you their ass, show them where the lips are. Somebody got to do the puckering, and I damn sure ain't going to do it. Never love someone more than yourself. It is okay to love someone as much as yourself. Don't put yourself above your partner. See, I always say this, look, I'm not better than any of my friends, but I'm better prepared. We all have the same opportunities. We make different choices. My choice is to take care of what I feel is important to me. My home, my surroundings, I love my partner. You might choose the bar, the club, an outfit. And I'm fine with that. But it has nothing to do with me. So the jealousy we share about, we should have that. You had the same what I had. You chose rainbows. I chose, you know what I mean? I chose Gucci. Period. And I mean, she could have got Gucci. She could have got. But the point is, we have to love ourselves through the pain. We have to love ourselves through the misery, because you're going to go through it. If you survive that, you'll come out on strong. Maybe that one day, they may come back to you and remind you and say that they're sorry. Maybe they'll learn their karma. I wouldn't hold my breath. Some people are too arrogant to even suggest a compromise or omission of the truth. They don't want to see themselves in a negative light. Trust me. They're too busy saying you're ugly. They're too busy trying to, make you think they give a fuck about you, that they love you. When someone loves you, just because you leave them, they don't just forget you. Remember that. When someone loves you, depending on how, your friendship, how you, whatever, you never. When somebody loves you, you remember them. You access them. You don't dismiss them. Or I'll bring them about when, when the next time I can't pay my insurance. Or when I need to get out of jail. Access to these doors, opportunities, they don't last. And we may find good people, but you don't find that many great people. So some of us are a rarity, and I am certainly one of them. That kind of loss over time will be remembered and will have a lasting effect. Because I'm one of those opportunities that growth is the only way you should have left. And if you happen to have no growth, it's because you had no desire to even go for it, to look for it, to want it, to want anything. You'll talk about what you want. It might be even handed to you, but you'll throw it back because you're too cocky to let somebody else think they get something for you instead of you accepting their help and humbling yourself and being thankful that God sent you somebody that cared enough for you, even as you spit in their face, lie to them, cheat on them, screw them over for anything to make you feel good. That's what you call biting the hand that feeds you. People like to cross bridges and burn them at the same time. Some bridges you should never try to burn, and I am one bridge. That's how you have to think of yourself. And on this note, I end this discussion saying, don't allow your pain from how anybody treats you or treated you to change who you are at the core, because it can. Don't allow someone else's opinion of you change how you feel about yourself. They may not invest in you like you invest in them. But let's be honest, they don't invest in themselves other than taking from themselves. Love, another key for you guys. You have to earn it. You have to work for it. You have to stay at it. Love has to be nurtured. Friendships need to be nurtured. You don't give up on them. You work on them. You find the balance. If you care enough about people, especially those who have your back, you'll give value to someone who is just far less for you. You would do a high cry. Oh, thank you. And all they did is brought you a broom. But the person over there, they might have made you a millionaire. They might have turned your whole life around. That you will give no credit to. But you'll give credit to the guy who brought you a broom. And you want everybody to know that the help got you a broom. Yeah, right. Again, were you really giving them credit? Love ourselves continuously through the pain. And I promise you, there's end to that pain in time. But never expect them to understand, because in the end, you may never get closure. You'll most likely never get that apology. If you're lucky, they might be back at your door. If you're lucky one day. But in reality, moving on sometimes and accepting what was and what is becomes the most least complicated option to heal yourself. You first must separate yourself from being so reliant on someone else that they don't care about you. Why do you fixate on someone? Clearly they don't care about you. Oh, I know why. Because you love them. And sometimes you want to believe that love has a healing power, a forgiving power, a understanding power, a get that motherfucker power or that whatever you think. But it does. And maybe this time you hope it reaches its potential and grants you that opportunity to sometimes it's better to let others love another. So let others love another. Like break you inside. But it'll teach you what not to have in your life again. And I'm out. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, I hope, and share. All right? Bitches, don't do me much.
You can lay your bones on the one side of my pillow. I got room for
See you there.